There are times I think it'd just be easier to download the stuff and add the intro after.
Yeah.
I just upload it as its own video. That's just a lot to go through. It's so wild. And I know why they did it. You know what I mean? But hi everyone. Looks like we need to give maybe some folks a few minutes to wow, really? Huh.
Well, let's try it. Hello.
I don't hear you double.
Okay, it's gone.
Okay, yay. All right. Looks like we may need to give people a few more minutes to get in, which is okay. How you doing, Miss Nia, on this?
I'm doing good.
Lovely, brisk November Saturday.
Yeah, lovely. We're having lovely weather. The sun is shining. I got to spend a couple hours with the baby boy. He's amazing. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Like I was telling you, I've had a somewhat slower morning. I think I really, after trying to crank that story out, I needed yesterday. And so yesterday was a slower day for me. I only wrote like a little bit, and for a while there I didn't think that was going to happen. I ate dinner. I piddled around with some graphics that I'm not sure I like. And then I was watching something. Here's where I get into trouble. These right here. These lovely foldable Blu-ray Bluetooth headphones. This is where I get into trouble. Because you know what happens? I put them on and I'm laying in bed and I know that no one can hear that my television is on. And I either find myself staying up until way late because I'm not worried about who's hearing what I'm listening to, or like in the case of last night, I'm laying here and I'm listening to it, and the next thing I know, my alarm is going off for this morning.
Oh wow.
And so I purposely set my alarm early so that I could get up and maybe get some writing in before Small Town World. And I actually ended up getting up and getting some writing in. I just got up later than I planned. And then my father had an issue with his computer. And yeah, there we go. Life. But I made some tea in my lovely Good for the Plot mug that I am obsessed with. But my tea's all gone now.
I have my tea also, and it's just my favorite mug, or my favorite regular use mug. It's not the journey, it's who you're traveling with.
Oh, I love that.
I love it. It's my favorite regular everyday mug. I have a bunch of favorite mugs, but for everyday use, it's nice. It's big.
I have to be very careful now because I am one of those people. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but like, what is it, like the vloggers and the influencers and stuff like that? They move, and then they like they're setting up their kitchen. They open their cabinet and they have just like a box of mugs. I could easily be that person.
Yeah.
I love a good mug, and so I do have to, like, I have mugs that are boxed up in Colorado for when I visit.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have my top shelf of mugs of places I've been, or I actually have one from Norway. and one from Germany where I haven't been, but I've got Puerto Rico, Dominican, uh, Bahamas. I need to go. I need to venture out further. My kids have ventured out. They've been to One of my girls has been to Germany. One's been to Norway. So they're like, "Let this encourage you, Mom." I'm like, "Yes."
Oh,
So they
that's
brought me
so
those, and they stick them
cool.
up there with the mugs. And the Disney, of course, we do Disney a lot. So we have all the Disney mugs. We have the Disney anniversary, and then of course I've got my Marvel and Baby Grogu, and I've
This
got my
is why
Baby
my
Groot.
father likes you, Mia. If you come to our house and you go downstairs, my father has a mug from almost every place he's been.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to go to
I don't have mugs. I
Mexico,
have shot glasses.
Europe, Africa.
I have shot glasses over there. And I don't know if I have too many from out of the country, but I have quite a few. I've got Michigan and Los Angeles and Texas and Tennessee, Florida, Atlanta, Colorado, obviously. Uh, so I have quite a few. Chicago. I have quite a few from the United States, but I don't know if I really have too many from out of the country. And if I do, they might be from other people giving them to me because I did not decide I was going to collect shot glasses. My father kind of decided I was going to collect shot glasses. So realistically, I've maybe bought 5 or 6 of the collection. He's brought me all the other ones. I was
That's kind of
perfectly
cool.
happy with my postcards. Now, my postcards I have from a bunch of different places, Bahamas. Um, I have 2 that are, oh my God, they're like my heart, because one is from a friend of mine in college who went to France with her family, and she sent it to me. And like, I want to say at least a decade later, my aunt and my uncle went to France, and my uncle sent me one. And if I showed them to you, they almost identically match. Like the
Oh,
pictures on the front almost are identical. And I'm
that is
like,
so cool.
what? Especially because the friend passed away. And so just having both of those that look almost the same, but so far apart is just,
Oh, that is
that's my
really
heart right
cool.
there. So yeah, postcards were always my thing that I collected. My father was the one that decided I needed something that I could display. And I was like, I have my postcards in a photo album. I don't understand what you're talking about. And
That's right.
he started just bringing me shot glasses, or he'd come visit me when I was in Michigan and bring me a shot glass, or he would we'd go somewhere and he'd be like, did you get a glass? And okay.
Aw, that's
So,
so
yeah, he
cool.
has mugs. I was forced into shot glasses, and then I've always had postcards.
I love that.
So I always tell people, if anybody goes anywhere, I'm like, send me a postcard, because it's so much more fun when you get them from people. Like those are
Yes.
the ones that I'm just like, ah.
Well, the
That
other thing I love is I love my holiday mugs. I actually went peeking at all my holiday mugs.
that.
I'm ready to get them out. I do not pull them out till the day after Thanksgiving, because I enjoy fall to its fullest. So all
Thank you.
my
Thank
fall
you.
floral, like I go through the seasons. Like I
Thank
love fall.
you.
So we are in full fall mode right now. The fall decor is out, the little fall scarecrows are out with the pumpkins and the hay
This is why
bales.
you're my people.
Yeah. The day after Thanksgiving, though, Friday, it is on. It is
I've been looking at
on.
my gingerbread mug,
I love
like
my
as I've been
Oh,
drinking
your
my
gingerbread
gingerbread
mug is
tea.
cute. Oh my gosh. I
I've
love
been
my gingerbread mugs, but your gingerbread mug is
I've been
adorbs.
looking at my gingerbread mug, and I'm like, I know
Yes.
you're coming. Especially because like I have 2 kind of teas that I kind of fluctuate, plus my regular teas.
Mhm.
During the fall holiday season. One is my gingerbread, and one is my uh caramel apple chai.
Yes. I love it. Oh, that sounds delicious.
And a frosted cranberry. I do love that one
That sounds good too.
in the fall as well. And so I've been fluctuating between like the gingerbread. I haven't pulled out the caramel apple yet. And so I'm just like, oh, waiting for these mugs. So yes,
Almost
I'm a
time.
huge
We are
fan.
so close.
That's one of the things I've always said if I were gonna do like bonus things or like like some authors, and we can get it. This might be a topic for one of
Yeah,
our
that's why I
things.
segued with my favorite mugs, our holiday mugs. Let's get into it. Yeah.
I was like, I would love, especially because of the small town, because you go on vacation and like people get mugs for the
Mhm.
places that they go. And I'm like, it'd be great to have a peach tree mug or a peach ridge mug.
Mhm.
And like some
Yeah,
other places that are
I
coming. Because I was like, can I say
I won't say much, but what
the
I won't say much. I've talked about this a little bit with Esther. Esther knows. I'm just gonna say, I think that's an excellent idea. Because for those who don't know, I do write under a pen name, and I'm going to just
right.
leave it at that. So,
And
I
the
think
same with like
that's
postcards.
an
I'm like, it
excellent
would be great to design a
that I also
postcard
think is an
from these
excellent idea.
places and stuff. Like especially I have thoughts of getting into um print books. And
Mhm.
like some people sell their print books on their website or like through Shopify or the other one that I'm having a really hard time remembering, but I know a number of people have started using them recently. Um, and I was like, I could possibly do it through Kofi if I didn't want to set up like all the other things or my website.
Mhm.
And I was like, that would be, especially if it was a small town one, like Elfing or, Peach Ridge, to have like a
Mhm.
postcard that I kind of could put in the book, along with like a bookmark and, some of the other fun things and just be like, sign a little note on the back or something like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, so that is one of my I would love to have.
I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Do
um,
all the fun things, especially because I'm still getting like my pen name stuff is still getting established. I've had a year. We're just gonna leave it at that. Um, but you are so established with your world that I think that you'd be right for it. So I'm here,
I honestly I think I kind of could, especially for
especially
some of my towns
yeah,
because
especially I
I
know you
do
have the
have
elfing, but I think if we ever get back to a town called Christmas, I like all of the things that I have thought about, and this is not even my story for a town called Christmas. You, you have no
so
idea
okay,
the things I'm like, Tiffany could have this and
let
this
me
for a
tell
town called
you
Christmas.
let me tell you where a town called Christmas. I have two different ideas for it. Okay. Since we're talking small town world and today's theme is holidays in your small
Holiday.
town, we're just gonna jump into it at this point. Um, Two of my things with small town or with a town called Christmas, because I too love a town
I
called Christmas.
I
Like
love
uh
a town called Christmas.
just the heartwarming and just every time I think of it, I smile. And all I mean, there's so many more characters that I have in my head. There's so many more stories I could still do. Like there's so much to that. Um, Number one is time to write it. But that's my struggle with a lot lately is finding time. Give me just 1 second. Hold on, guys. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. We're gonna give Tiffany a minute. But yeah, there are so many cute things that you can do, especially if you have an established town for your for your stories. These are just fun things. The most important thing always is, of course, just write the story. Just write the stories. Um, and the idea of having holiday books, they sell. People absolutely love them. People look forward to them. I'd say as soon as fall starts, people start buying their holiday books.
Guys,
So if you got the stuff ready, get it out there. Get it out there. All right, Tiff.
Give me just 1 second. I will be right back. My cousin is the person who's in the living room talking to my father.
Oh,
And I have not
wow.
seen him since he got married, so I have to at least go say
Go
hi. So give me
go
1 minute
say
and I will be
hello.
back.
Yeah, go say hello. That is the sweetest. Um, so yeah, it's a really good idea if you've got an established town. There's a bunch of different ways you can create a holiday theme book. It can be a special. I love a good holiday special. You've got your established town. A holiday book is a good way to introduce your town. Um, but also, if you have an established town and people are like wondering what happened to so and so's little sister or the neighbor or something like that, it'd be really fun to just have a holiday special to introduce your town and get some new readers. And then when those readers are done reading your holiday book, they can actually go and find your other stories. So I'm all here for. I love a holiday book. I'm one of the people who actually will look for holiday books when the season is upon us. I do feel like fall is a forgotten holiday. It's not so much forgotten in real time. Everybody mostly is a lot of people, not everybody, but for the people who love fall, we're all like, oh my gosh, fall's here. Pull out the sweaters, get out your mugs, get the tea and the coffee and all of the things, your hot drinks ready. So we're ready for fall, but there's not necessarily always a lot of fall themed books. Um, there are some. Most people, you got your spooky books, and they go for the Halloween, which is great. And then the big boom is Christmas and Valentine's. But just the fall season itself, there's so many ways that you can bring the start of the holidays, even if you're not doing like a Thanksgiving. You could do Friendsgiving. I have had some fun ideas for Friendsgiving type of short romance or short mystery. Um, and they can take place in the fall during fall uh, Friendsgiving or something like that. The family dynamics can get pulled in over in your holiday books. So it can actually just be a whole lot of fun to start incorporating some of these holidays into your book series or individual book if you're writing a novel. I gotta sneeze really quick. All right. Oh my goodness. I have been holding that sneeze not on purpose for a while. I had needed to sneeze earlier and I told Tip, I'm like, Tip, I got to sneeze. But then as soon as I said it, it went away. And I said, it won't be gone forever. It will come back. And it always does. So the sneeze came back and it came back big. So I'm going to see if it's done.
Okay, sorry about that. He's so goofball. Oh, bless you.
That was that sneeze. Remember I said it's going to come back and it's going to hit me harder? I'm like, I had the simplest sneeze earlier before we started. And I said, I have to sneeze. And as soon as I said it, it went away. I was like, it's going to come back and it's going to come back in full force. And it
Oh
did.
my gosh.
But yeah.
So, PSA from talking to my cousin. Guys, back up your pictures. Print your pictures. Even if they're on your phone. Please.
Oh.
Because I asked him about the wedding. He lost all of his pictures.
No.
Because he
They're
dropped
not in a cloud
in the
in
washer.
anywhere. Oh no. Oh no.
He's like a year's worth of pictures. Gone.
Oh no, 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 no.
Back up your pictures. Print your pictures. As a photographer, I can't tell you how many times I tell people this over and over and over again. The phone is not where your pictures live. They should be out in the world.
My everything lives in my phone. But I do check and they switch over to my iPad. So I'm like, I feel like I'm safe if I can find them in two places, right?
Renee,
Maybe.
I
Maybe
either
not.
I will back them up to the cloud or I will download them to my computer and then I have an external hard drive. But if you look online, there's so many places that you can back up your pictures or you can save them. Just One of my other cousins, she does this thing every year where she will go, and I don't remember the company that she uses, but it is, I want to say, an app that you can have on your phone, and she will have them print all of her pictures from that year in an album, like a photo album, and then she has it on her wall or on her shelf rather.
That would never work for me. My album would be like 5 thick encyclopedia size
She
album.
picks which picture. I don't think it's every
Okay.
single picture. I
Because
don't think
I'm
it's every,
like,
because she too is like that. Yeah, it would be huge. But yeah, I don't think it's every picture. Like, it's like the ones that she, deems that these are ones, like if I lost it, I would just be type of thing.
yeah.
Yes,
And I
please.
have an external hard drive as well. But what I've been told with an external hard drive, if you have one, have two, because they can
Yes.
get corrupted.
Yes. I have what I do, and again, photographer, so I have a different, like, I'm taking people's weddings, and like their kids' birthday
Mhm.
parties. Like, I'm trying to keep everything. So take that with a grain of salt. But I have a 3 terabyte like desktop external that everything gets backed up to. And then I have like my kind of yearly external, which is just like a 1 terabyte that I kind of carry around with me. And it has all
Yeah.
of my other stuff on there. So yeah, so those are the two things that I do. And that one almost stays attached to my computer, like at any given moment of time. So yes, please. So yeah, that, as well as my father's a goofball, because I look out there, he's like, yeah, I got an axe. And I'm like, okay, why? Because apparently he cut down some trees and he was telling my father about it. And my father goes, oh, I got an axe, and gave him 2. And I was like, and if I had to guess, those aren't the only 2 that he has. And both him and my father go, mm-mm.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah. And I told my father about your mugs, Nia, and he goes, does she want me to send her one?
You know what? Don't tempt me. I love mugs, especially a holiday mug. Don't tempt me.
So yeah, it was hilarious. I was like, wow.
My husband will be like, where are we gonna, because packing last year I think we got 3 new ones, because we got my daughter the Stitch holiday one with he's got the little mug cap that comes off, and it's huge. And I think we also got for my son the Nightmare Before Christmas one, and then we got a couple more new ones. So every year we get like 1 or 2, but this year my daughter has the Stitch one because it could not fit. My husband's like, I don't think we can get any more mugs because we don't have anywhere to put them. And I'm like, I will find a
I've
place.
already saw a Christmas mug that I was tempted.
I will make. I don't want to. And he goes, "Isn't your fear to grow up and grow old and become a hoarder?" I'm like, it is also my fear to become a hoarder, but also I want things.
I've seen the future, dude. My father has like outfits still in his closet from before I was born. Like,
My
it's just
mom,
like,
if she hadn't sold her house, that's the only reason why we were able to get rid of things. I'm like, it's not looking good. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. But my mentality is, though, everything needs to have a place. And so that's kind of what's always reined me in. If there's not, if I don't have, and that's why my husband is like, hones in, there's no more space for mugs. So if I don't find space to store
so
them
not to
safely,
help you in any way, shape, or form in your mug obsession, but for my mug obsession, what I have found, and again, because I keep certain things that are props for when I'm photographing, like whether it's because for some of y'all that don't know, since my original channel got taken down, I used to do planner videos. And so I would do like the pictures of the planners. I actually sold planners for a while. I would talk about like productivity and stuff like that. And so I have a bunch of props that I would use in like my planner pictures. Plus, I also just have props because as a photographer, I never know when I need them for different things. And so what I do is, because I have these boxes with the different props and all the different things, is I rotate out my mugs. And sometimes they live in the prop boxes. Like my holiday mugs and stuff like that live in the prop boxes. And then my everyday mugs that I use, like those stay out. And then sometimes I will rotate those out. Like I'll be like, well, I haven't been using this one for a while. I'll put it in the prop box until I really want it. And then I'll take one of the other ones out and then bring that one back. And then that gives me a little bit more space to play with my mugs.
I really shouldn't be listening to this.
That's why I said not to help you with your mug obsession. Just telling you what I do with mine.
Like, it does have a place. It goes where that goes. When that comes out, that goes in. So technically, it does have a place.
So again, not to help, but just saying. So guys, what I would say also before I left with the town called Christmas. So here's my two things with that. One is I would either have to do it under a pen name because they are clean, and I wouldn't want to add anything smuxy to them. I think it would take away from it. So I'd either have to do it under a pen name, which then becomes, is it under, because it really couldn't be under like a secret pen name because I've shared so much about it.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody, even if I did try to say, oh, it's under a secret pen name, if you found it, like you just Google a town called Christmas and hello, unless I changed the name, and I wouldn't want to change the name.
No, the name is kind of like part of it, I feel like.
Right. So that it becomes that, or I would have to do it like, say, on my Ko-fi page and just sell it through that. Because I don't think that there's any other way that I could really do it.
It's so clean and sweet. I could honestly see you doing it under Tiffany Russell and just keeping TL Russ strictly, you know.
If I were going to do a pen name, it wouldn't be my full name.
Okay.
I'd come up with something else. And not because I wouldn't want to use Tiffany Russell. I've actually thought of using Tiffany for something else. I think more so because I don't want to use Russell.
Oh, it's a cool name. Come on.
No, I don't mind my last name. It's just, I think if anybody would understand this, it would be you. And not that I think someone's going to come find me because they know my whole name, but more so just security kind of thing. I feel like, because if you notice, I rarely say my full name. Like I just generally say Tiffany, or I say like I'm under TL Russ or TL Russ Lifestyle or something like that. I very rarely will say my full name. And again, if you really want to find, dude, you can find me.
Yeah, that's what I always say. If you want to find me, you can. Because I also don't use my full government name either.
Right. And so like
some people know it, obviously, but
yeah. So I generally just kind of, you know,
so not the middle name, it would just, but okay, but if
I could use my middle name, but that's a whole conversation that we could have afterwards.
Oh, yeah, I'm like here brainstorming now. I'm like, because a town called Christmas is known by Tiffany or TL Russ, so I'm like, how could we make that work?
I mean, I could maybe do Tiffany Russ.
Oh,
you know, but yeah, it's something I haven't fully, like, it's something I've thought about in the sense of how would I do it, but not fully to the point of like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And there's still one story in that collection I don't love, and I feel like I need to fix. The idea was that it was going to be 12, you know, like it was the 12 days of Christmas type of thing. So it was going to be 12 stories, and there's one story in there that I just
Yeah.
It doesn't settle well with me. So I want to do some things.
Tweak it.
So I don't know. Maybe after I
But
finish my stories for this holiday season.
yeah, but I do agree with separating it for sure from
Yeah,
the
there's
other one.
no way
For
that I
sure,
could do
for
that.
sure. Because
And I
I
mean,
could.
I'm not that person. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, if you write Mountain Man and then you decide you're going to write, big city, you need to have them separate,
No,
or
I don't think that. That's too much.
if you write like Smexy, but now you've decided to write like dominatrix or something like that, then you need to separate them, right? Like, I'm not that person.
Yeah.
I'm not even always that person that's like, if you write contemporary and you dip your toe into paranormal, you need to separate them. I think it depends on how you market and how the readers you cultivate.
Yeah.
But especially if you're hey Alicia, I think especially like in the sense of small town, if you have a contemporary small town and then you bring in a paranormal small town, if you're billing it and you're selling your brand as small town romance, I think you could maybe get away with it if you make sure that your readers know your small towns could be anything from contemporary paranormal.
Yeah.
Because you're telling them that in advance when they sign up on your newsletter, on your author page or whatever. But I do feel like if you're going to publish something that's clean and you also have something that's smexy, there needs to be a distinction.
Yeah, because I've thought about that too. Because I use NV James and my stuff is, but I'm like, I could use Nia James, but I don't feel like even though my small town has the paranormal and fantastical elements. So at this point, I don't see any reason that when I start doing full on fantasy and sci-fi that those need to be separated. But I do have that option. I do have Nia James. Since I openly talk about that stuff, I do have it as an option that I could use Nia James still.
In all fairness, y'all, and again, I'd never talk about it, but I have like 4 different pen names that if I decided to choose, I could use. They're just sitting in my Notion, just waiting.
You already got this.
There's one that I think I would use if it was paranormal. There's one I think I would use if it was clean. And then there's 2 others that I just like the sound of.
All I know is we want a town called Christmas.
Might be 3 others. Now that I think about it, hold on, there might be 3. Because sometimes here's also my problem. Sometimes I'm naming characters and I'll see, like, I'll put a name convention together. And I'm like, ooh, wait, hold on. That would be a good name. Yeah. And I will say, there is a name that I have used, and I'm not going to say how I used it because I don't want people to know, but there is a name that I have used in one of my books that I could see, and I don't know if it would be a secret pen name because I've used it in one of my books. But I could see writing stories under and releasing them almost as kind of a companion to the stories that I'm releasing as TLS. So yeah. Oh, see, Alicia feels me. She has a list of 6 pen names.
Yeah, I do too. But then the thing is, because I have the anonymous pen names, and some of them I'm like, because everybody knows we don't talk about Bruno, so I was like, always used to be like, oh, I've got Project Bruno. It's like, do I put my face to it? Because once you put your face to it, it's like it's not really anonymous anymore. Because with Face ID, then it's like, well, that's they're the same people,
I'd even go so far as to say 3 of them have logos.
You're ready. What are you talking about? You're ready.
So yeah, again, it's stuff that like I like to play with. I like the idea of, I consider, but also I think if I were going to, just like I haven't gone that far yet. Again, I think of stuff. It pops in my head. I'm like, ooh, this would be a cool logo, type of something. The thing is that if I were going to include another pen name, I would have to work out how I would adjust TL Russ, because I don't know that I could keep the rapid release going and then add in other ones that could possibly be rapid release or could be longer or could be whatever. Like, I'd have to figure out the writing schedule for how that would work and where those would fit in. And that's probably, and you add more pen names, you add more marketing, which means now you got to figure out time for socials and reader groups and book funnel and all. Dude.
Yep.
Exactly, Alicia.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out the logistics of it. That's the part. That is the part that is like, where do we find time?
Yeah. That's why I had to shut down Bruno and stuff. I was just like, this is just, it's legit. It's too much.
Yeah.
I'm like, things just got to get consolidated. They just have to. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Because I mean, I could come up with the stories, right? Like, I could write the stories, like whether I'm dictating or writing, and I write fairly fast, so I could probably figure it out. I can come up with characters and towns and whatever. So it's not the writing, it's like the logistics of all the other stuff that goes
the
into
social
it.
media, the marketing, the advertising, all of the things that we don't really want to do but have to be done.
So yeah, like, I can get that, Alicia. Again, like, it's just like, it's a lot. Yes,
it is a lot.
So that's where my struggle comes in. If I were to decide to do it, it's like, how do I do it? Where do I do it? And then there's the financial aspect of it, because it's like, I already paid for a newsletter. Do I pay for another newsletter? Like, I already paid for a website. Do I pay for another website? You know what I mean? So then there's the financial aspect of it.
And do you feel like your TL Russ is like so established that going with a straight pen name or something with Tiffany is going to be just like,
No. I really wish I did feel like it was a little bit more established in that sense, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there are certain people and there are in certain spaces, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like, oh my gosh, well, that's a Tiffany, that's a TL Russ book, type of a something. Like, I think for certain people, yes, it's very much that established. But in the grand scheme of things, and I think because this year has been a lot of flux, and there's some changes on the horizon. For TL Russ coming up, like, to the point, and I'll admit it here, there was a time earlier this year I thought about pulling all of TL Russ's books.
That's huge.
I did. I thought of pulling every single one of them down. It was a whole moment. And I mean, not like a flash in the pans, one day I'm just having a bad day kind of conversation. No, this was like for maybe 3 weeks, I considered.
Oh, that's more than I thought.
There's some people who are bigger names that I communicate with on occasion, in the like Insta Love writing community, that I reached out to and asked their opinion on if I did and how I was thinking of going forward, what would be the good and the bad, and like, like, weighed out like, I had a list of pros and cons of what would happen if I did and what would happen if I didn't. And you know what's hilarious? Y'all want to know the thing that stopped me? It wasn't covers, it wasn't finances, it wasn't like advice. It was the fact that I was like, I'd have to go find all those reviews again.
Oh man.
This is stupid reviews. I couldn't figure out how to keep the reviews. Or like what would happen when if I when and if and how I might change stuff and everything else, what would happen with the reviews? That was what stopped
So if
me.
you like pulled everything and relaunched, how would you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That was the thing that stopped me. Was the reviews.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So if all my books had like 1 or 2 reviews, let me tell you, TLS might have been completely different right now. But I was like that, and also because I have although at this point I think all of them are out and I could pull them out of it. But I have books that are still in collabs that are still getting reads and reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean like collabs from like last year and are still getting
Oh, well,
reads
that's
and
good
reviews.
then.
Right? That are still some of my bestsellers. So I really don't want to take those out. And I would have had to take them out and like do all kinds of other stuff. And I'm not like I know all the people who ran the collabs, and I'm sure I probably could talk to them and they maybe would like reestablish and put me back in. And, you know, like once I made a decision of what I was going to do and everything else, because also that was the other problem. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And so that became part of the other issue with it. But
To pull them without a plan.
Mm-hmm. Like I had some ideas, but I had about 3 or 4 different things in the air. But yeah, now I came
and we like more than concepts of a plan here.
Yeah, we really do. And then I thought, well, maybe just pull this series and try it this way. Or maybe just pull this series and try it that way. And then one of them, I was like, maybe pull this series and use one of those pen names and do it kind of like a secret pen name. But that series is a little bit more established. So if I did, it wouldn't be secret. Like if somebody looked it up, they'd easily know it was me. Type of a something. So like if they knew me or read anything of mine, they would know it was me. So yeah, so those were like the things that stopped me. So that's why I'm like, TLS has been in a lot of flux this year.
Yeah. Oh gosh, sounds like.
So yeah. But we're in the holidays now, and I have a book that I absolutely love that is coming. I can finally say that. Because I've been working on it behind the scenes and been trying to be, everybody knows I've been working on something, but I've been trying to be very strategic about what I say about it.
Because we keep thinking that we know, and you're like, yeah, no, not that. And we're like, wait, what? Something is
coming? I will admit it on here now that the book is done and everything else. And it's off with readers and edits and all the stuff.
Yes.
I can actually say things now. So I had no intentions of writing a holiday book this year. None whatsoever. Because if you were around last year, hey JC, if you were around last year, especially if you're behind the scenes, if you're in front of the scenes, maybe not so much. As much as it took me about half a year to really love elfing again. Elfing toys kicked my ever-loving tushy.
Oh my goodness.
Full on took it off and handed it to me. Like to the point, there were days I was in tears about elfing. I had a panic attack about elfing.
That's the one last year where we were all concerned, that was the one. We were very worried.
Like, the reason y'all still have elfing is because I foolishly put up all the pre-orders and I couldn't take them down. There might have only been one elfing book if I could have. Elfing, like I said, it took lots of years. It took lots of months for me to appreciate elfing. And by the end of December, I was like, I will never write another holiday book during the holidays ever again. Like, elfing, if I go back to elfing, it has to be done like in July or something. Like, I was just like, it's not happening. I don't ever want to write another holiday book ever. And I love the holidays, but I was just like, no, I'm done. So I had no intention of writing a holiday book this year. I had other ways that things were gonna come out. If you don't know, the Elfing Collection is now out. If you want it in paperback, stick around or don't buy it for like a couple days. That's one of my goals for this weekend, to finish that off. And so I was just like, no, I can't. I'm just gonna release the Elfing Collection. Like, I can't. Which also, hello, I released the Elfing Collection, and praise be, in 2 days, it might have become one of my best releases I've ever had.
Nice.
Like, and I don't know if it's because I didn't put it in KU. I don't know if it's because it was the collection, because I actually have not done a lot of advertising for it at all. And again, within 2 days, I was like, what?
There are people who are ready for those holiday books. I was just telling that when you were on your when you stepped away for a minute. There are people who are waiting for them.
So yeah, so I like, seriously, I was not writing another holiday book. And then I was watching a reactor watch a Friends episode. And it was a Friends Thanksgiving episode. And they said something that I was like, I could do that. Because if y'all know, my father loves the holidays. He has been playing Christmas movies since the middle of October. I have been walking around with my headphones since the middle of October. It is a lot. I too, like Nia, believe every season should have its due. Like, we should celebrate every holiday. And it just bugs my holiday spirit, because I actually love Christmas. I love the holidays. But that's one of the things I think is so special, is that it's a very limited time frame. You get really excited for it. You get to pull out all your mugs and your candles and your this and your that. Like, that's the fun for me. If I'm doing it from October until like, why? And so when this person said, oh yeah, Friends does a Thanksgiving episode every year, don't they? Like, I remember their Friends episode or their Thanksgiving episodes more than their Christmas ones. Do they do Christmas episodes? I was like, I could do Thanksgiving, because nobody really does Thanksgiving, and it always bugs me. So therefore, I am coming out with a Friendsgiving Thanksgiving romance featuring one of my absolute favorite people, who has been like background character in at least 2 books, maybe 3. Dallas Thorne, who is my African-American rancher rodeo guy, and his family, who I'm obsessed with.
Ooh.
And a new small town that I love, Bliss Haven, and I adore Peach Ridge. But this might be my favorite small town I have ever written, and I think it is in much part to us doing this.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
Because I love every single person in this town. I love I love the street names in this town because I that's being introduced. They have a town square that I have plans for in the future. They I love the coffee shop is Fourth and Brew. um what is it? They have the Southern Comb Beauty Bar. Homestyle
Love it.
diner. Like there's so much there that I've said. Mama D. Yes, there's Mama D,
Aw.
who is just uh one of my favorite characters. What does she tell her husband? Her husband tells her, because she tells him, he says something, she's like, watch it, I still make your food. And he's like, if you didn't poison me before the kids were born. Or something like that. And she goes, he's like, I doubt you'll chance it with your kids and your grandkids eating the same food. She's like, I don't know. I'm too old for them to put me in prison now.
Wow.
So she's one of my favorite characters. Like I
Oh, she
absolutely
sounds like
adore
such
it.
a good
She,
character.
Mama D and Nana E are probably every like church woman, every member of my family, just every woman of my community, all rolled into one. And they just I love this story. I absolutely do.
Nice.
Like I think I've even said it on Twitch. I'm like, I don't even care if nobody else likes this story. I don't even care if it
You
doesn't
love
sell.
it.
It is like literally one of my favorite stories. So yes, and holiday. So please don't
Mhm.
sleep on Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yep.
Please don't sleep on Thanksgiving. Uh,
Yeah, I was saying while you were gone that Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving in
mhm,
particular is a good way to just introduce all of those family characters and those family
mhm,
dynamics. Friendsgiving, likewise, is good to introduce the entireties of friend groups, old flames. Maybe you've got a couple who
mhm.
are dating now, but maybe they won't be dating by the time one of them gets to their book. It's just a good way to introduce that family and friend dynamics for if you have Thanksgiving and a Friendsgiving.
Yes.
Because I love fall. I want more fall books. Like, come on, guys.
Yes.
And
And
thank you, Tiffany, because
fall
yes,
to me
fall. Oh my
is
gosh.
almost its own holiday,
Yeah, people look
especially
forward
in
to
the
it.
book world,
Yep.
because fall is such a big. I would say fall next to Christmas might be the biggest sell, like even more than Valentine's Day, more than like a summer romance, even though we love our beach reads and everything else. But fall,
Yes,
honey,
we love the fall, and there are holidays in the fall that you can
yes,
write about for sure.
yes. Um, look, if you I'm gonna you have two military-ish type of folks here. We were not military, but we're very connected to military. If you're gonna
All
write a
the
fall,
mil
if you want to do a fall book, Veterans Day is a wonderful time, especially if you write military.
Yeah, and
I would
all of the
love to see more
military
Veterans Day
balls,
books.
most of them almost all well, the ones that I'm most of them take place around this time of
Mhm.
especially if you do a Marine Corps is definitely happening around this time. Yeah, those military balls, look them
Mhm.
up, see what people are doing. Veterans Day.
Yay, Alicia! I
Yes!
can't wait.
Yes, yes, yes. I
Because
love it.
absolutely. This is a great time to release, especially if you market it correctly, because again, we've me and I have never been military, but we have so much military connection to us.
Mhm.
We'd easily pick that up. You know? I have a military book coming out in January, and it's just like they just touch the heart. You know what I mean? So don't sleep on the extra holidays that people may not always give credit or give due to during the holidays. And again, fall, become its own. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I
Yeah.
don't think I have every branch. I don't think I have Air Force. I think that's the only one I might be missing in my family. But my father has Air Force friends or people who were former Air Force. So I count those.
I've got every single branch.
Oh, wait. I think one of my cousins, but one of my cousins I didn't grow up with might have been Air Force. I don't remember. I know she was military. Uh, so yeah, so don't sleep on those. And the holiday doesn't have to be 100% the focus. But think of like the things, like if you were going to do a Veterans Day book, maybe, like military isn't the focus, but maybe the focus is someone who's struggling with the fact that this is their first year not in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe there's like found family in it in some way, or all kinds of different things. If
Yeah.
like my Friendsgiving book, while it is about Friendsgiving, it's also mostly about someone trying to figure out their place in the world.
Yeah.
you know so
And
yeah.
getting back to some of the things that we like. We have a lot of parades. You could maybe your town
Hmm.
has a veterans parade.
Yes.
That could be the catalyst for things, meetups,
Hmm.
fun things that can go awry during a parade. Those same things can happen during a veterans celebration or veterans event, or maybe everybody's going to go visit Papa, who was in the Vietnam War, and the family's getting together to
Hmm.
celebrate Papa.
I love that.
Yeah. Or
You
Nana,
also
who's like 90 and she was in World War II or something, She was one of the first lady nurses. And so you're celebrating
um speaking of that, you could take my father, and my uncle has since passed, but he loves to mess with my aunt, his widow. Like what he just do recently, he told her that he went to a funeral, and the burial was out where our military cemetery is, and he's like, I went by his grave and they changed everything on there, and she's like, wait, what? And he's like, they changed
Wow.
stuff, and she's like, what do you mean? And he goes, well, they didn't have World War I or the Civil War listed on there. Aren't those supposed to be? And she was like, he was not
Oh,
that old, and you know
that's
it.
so Oh my
So you can do
goodness.
things like that. Also, I don't know about any place else, but I have a friend who's ex-military, and her whole goal is to go to every place that has free food. And so you can have two veterans that's their meet cute, is that they keep
Mhm.
bumping into each other at every, like place that you can get free food. And then eventually they're like, okay, well, what is your name?
Yep.
Or something like that. Or, oh my gosh, what if it was kind of like, oh, this is for the moment, but this would be really cute. What if it's like, okay, so you guys know the dude that played Jacob in the Twilight series, Taylor Lautner? And he's married to someone whose first name is Taylor. So
Yeah.
what if it was something like that? Like both of them's names were Shelby or Spencer, because you can have a girl Spencer or a guy Spencer. And like, they start off at the coffee place and they're like, they have an order for Spencer. And both of them go to try to grab the cup. And she's like, no, this is mine. He's like, no, it's mine.
Mhm. Yep.
And you could have like a whole moment like that. That would be adorable.
Oh, another cute one could be that the one is in front at the front counter and they didn't get the app. And they're like, because I think a friend of mine was told us about a birthday one time, and they didn't get their thing because they didn't have the app, and the other one's
Uh-huh.
waiting in line and could be all like, you should have got the app. So you start out as a little like snarky, like
Right? Like not quite an enemies to lovers, but
yeah,
maybe like
just
a,
like kind of like snarky to
yeah,
lovers, and then it's like I'll share or something
yeah,
like that.
or so, or especially because then they go to the next place and it's like, oh God, do you have the app for this one?
I love a good meet
That would
cute.
be fun something. Like, oh my gosh, there's so many different ways you could do that. Again, with Thanksgiving, think about like you could do the Friendsgiving, but also what if someone's new in town and they just don't have any place to go? I remember my first year in Michigan, I had no like I ended up driving down to Chicago because I have an aunt that's there. But I didn't have any place, and some of my coworkers were like, you can come over, like if you want to come to my house. And like, what if one of them invites someone over and, like their family does a big Thanksgiving something, like it's days of getting together. And, they come over and coworkers' brothers kind of cute, coworkers' sisters kind of sweet, like whatever. And then all of a sudden, that works. Or maybe the town has a whole big thing that they do. Some towns do parades, like for the schools and different things for Thanksgiving. So you could also have a parade for that. And it doesn't, just because you're doing Thanksgiving, you could start at Thanksgiving, you can end at Christmas, you can end at New Year's. Like, if you don't want the romance or the relationship to only take place over, say, a week or 3 days, like you could easily like build in all of them into that. So yeah, check your local places too. Like we have a county out here. They have a whole section of their website that is just their Old Town Christmas section. Of all the different events that they have, all the different things that they do, from showing like Home Alone in, for the kids, like as a kids afternoon movie holiday or something like that. And then Santa shows up afterwards or different things. And so, Breakfast with Santa, like all the different things, look those up, and check like your local areas and see what are other events that you may not have thought of, but other people have thought of. And maybe Breakfast with Santa could be, maybe a former flame or former crush. And like you got a single mom who brings her child, and then she's like, I know those eyes. So those are options too. Any other ideas or any other thoughts?
Those are my favorite, that we take advantage of those holidays that are going to take place. You got your Indigenous Peoples Day. You've got, because we don't use the other guy.
Yeah, we don't use the other one.
But a lot of people get that day off, so that's a good one. And of course, the veterans, some military, and leading up to Friendsgiving, you could have a whole little series leading up to a Friendsgiving finale, or have Friendsgiving as the setting, or Thanksgiving as the setting. I love the family dynamics, so
I do too.
Yeah. Don't sleep on fall. Don't sleep on fall, and because it doesn't have to just be, it's fall, so the typical coffee shop, it's fall, so it's a coffee shop.
Pumpkin spice and all the great things. Yeah.
So
that was something I was just getting ready to point out is, and we've said this before, I'm pretty positive we will say it again about 60, 70 times. Small towns have their own holidays, and especially during the fall. You could have Founders Days, you could have Fall Harvest Days, you could have Apple, like Apple Fest, you could have Pumpkin Spice Day, you could have Pumpkins Galore Day. Like, I mean, you could come up with any holiday you also want to add in that fall idea. You know what I mean? Like, you bring back the old football player who was like Pumpkin Harvest King, and like his sweetheart is still in town and divorced or something like that. And, they never really knew why they broke up. And she used to be like Apple Scent Queen or something. I don't know. and they end up, here together. Or, I mean, there's so many different options. You could
Yeah.
do, I think I did one story where I brought a reporter in who was doing a story for a travel magazine on the town's festival.
Yep.
So there's so many different ways. You could have a bed and breakfast where somebody comes into town for Friendsgiving or for a holiday, ends up falling for the owner of the place.
Yeah.
Oh, Alicia, that's so sweet.
And we're coming up on Christmas, but I did this with Ethereal Falls. They have their own special whole holiday festival that they do, and it's every day. They celebrate something, and with the town peoples that are normies, they don't know that a lot of the stuff that they celebrate is steeped in the Fae. They brought the Fae stuff into what we would see as Christmas. Um, so like you have the big ball that they have, and then they have something for the children too that comes before that. And so I literally have like a little pamphlet of the holiday festivities that take place during this
Mhm.
entire week, so I can come back and do another story about a different
Oh yeah.
festivity. But we did the masquerade ball, and then they ended at the parade. The little confessions of love happens at the parade. So I used two of the events already. But this is something, even though most towns will do something for Christmas, it Christmas parades happen at different times. Some people's Christmas parades happen in November, like right after Thanksgiving or the day of Thanksgiving, like Macy's happens, like when
Mhm.
Macy's happens. So you can create this for your own town, when your holiday events are going to happen. And we're
Yeah.
in the fall season, so we're talking a lot about fall, but this is all year round for your holidays.
I have, because Alicia just mentioned this, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up, because I share, but I don't always share. Uh, so I'm going to see if I can get it to come up, um, because I have stuff. Sometimes I forget where I have stuff too. It's a whole thing. Yep, not there. Okay. Okay. If y'all don't know, my Notion is crazy.
Your
Uh,
notion's amazing. It's amazing.
it can be. It also sometimes can be a little overwhelming a little bit, where I have to stop and take a beat. Because I'm like, what do I have? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But where is it? Which is one of the reasons I'm so glad that you can search, which is the thing that I love about Notion. Um, but this is my Peach Ridge. And if you notice, I have the Fall Harvest Festival. I have the Valentine's Dance,
Mhm.
the Spring Fling, Holiday Bazaar. And if you look at the Fall Festival, I not just say what it is or that it's a 3-day weekend. These are all quotes of things that I have said in each book that it's been featured in, as well as I also certain things are highlighted, Saturday starts with the town parade and the pumpkin hunt. So if I'm trying to think of for the future, what is, what happens on Saturday or whatever,
Mhm.
I also have one day a year you can pick as many apples as you want for a small donation to the local medical clinic. So I know where that's going. It has all of the things that I have said. So I know I am sticking to brand and to canon when I go to write it.
Mhm.
So this is something that I do, and I have this, if I have an event or something specific that I know is going to be something that I will continually add to or will continually show up in different books, it goes right there. And I have a specific page that is just for town events. Uh,
Yep.
Bliss Haven has another one. I'm not going to show you that one because that's got stuff that's upcoming. So can't show you that one. Yes, adding quotes, Alicia,
Mhm.
always does that. I
Yeah.
try to make sure that if there's like even when I'm putting in descriptions for people, if I have described or places for that matter,
Yes.
however I've described them, I have my original ones, but I always put the quotes in afterwards of how I've described it so that I know going back what has been said and what hasn't been said. So if I want to like the Fourth and Brew in the upcoming thing has a wall that is football turf that's set up to look like a football field. And has little lines to mark the lines with a neon sign in the center. But there's other stuff that is also included in there. So maybe next book, as I'm talking about it, I talk about like the couches that have specific stuff, you know, or the different types of things. So I do that so I know what's been said, but I also know where I can pick up.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I tell people this is how you build your world Bible. Is that
Mm-hmm.
you have these things written down, but as you mention them in your stories, that's you start adding them on. And
Mm-hmm.
even if you come up
Mm-hmm.
with something new while you're writing the story, add it in because a lot of people sometimes people feel like, oh, if I do all this world building, I can't change things. Same thing with if I do an outline and I'm like, no, it's an ever growing, ever evolving, and you might end up having to change
Mm-hmm.
something. You think something's going to be one way, and then as you're writing the first story, you're like, oh, that's not going to work. You can go in. How did I use this thing that I came up with? This is how I use it. It's in this book on page such and such, and this is how I describe it.
It has
Yeah.
saved
World
mine
Bible
a
Series Bible
number of
saved my
times.
booty. Yep. Yep.
And
Same.
I,
Same. Things I will forget because you're thinking off the top of your head, you don't remember exactly. And then you end
mm-hmm.
up saying something is a old brick building, but you already wrote in a book that it's a contemporary, staccato. You already said that,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is.
And
So
as someone recently said, like on a podcast or something that I was saying, and I wish I could remember it so I could give them credit. Um, we tend to think of like, okay, like there was a year in between me writing Peach Ridge, like Peach Ridge book 3 and Peach Ridge book 4, a year. So like you can forget a lot in a year. You
mhm,
know, you can decide, oh no, that needs to be this or that needs to be that. It's a year for me. But there are people out there who picked up all 4 books and are reading back to back. So whereas I, like Nia said, I might have been like, oh, it's a brick wall. Yeah, I remember it was a brick building. But I
yep,
wrote it was a stucco building. They're reading book 3 and book 4 back to back. And they're like,
yep.
wait, how did it
You
switch?
just said it was this. You're like, well, I wrote them like a year apart. I forgot.
Exactly.
And it's like, you're absolutely right. It wasn't this.
See, Alicia, yeah, 3 years. I definitely can't forget something in 3 years. Are you
Oh,
kidding
for
me?
sure.
Oh. So yeah, so we have to keep that in mind, which is why that series Bible or that story Bible, world Bible, whatever you want to call it, world building document, however you want to look at it, whether you keep it in Notion, Google Docs, Apple Docs, Trello, Airtable, Scrivener, notebook.
Mhm.
It's so important to have those things written down. Even if you just index cards, if you will, even if you just like the family in this Thanksgiving book is huge. I had to make a cheat sheet for me of who's related to who.
Yeah.
Because I was writing it, I was starting to forget who was whose brother.
All right.
Oh,
And this
see?
I'm just
Oh my
sharing,
God.
this is what I was able to do. I have all the
Oh my
information for
gosh,
each
this
of these
is
events,
so
but I was
great.
able to share this in my newsletter. So and it's the town center holds the whimsical winter festival, and it's an artisan market. It's got hay rides, horse-drawn carriage rides, games, and then it says Friday. It's the market opens, and they have the gingerbread ball. That's the ball for the children. Then Saturday, market day 2, mistletoe masquerade, which is what the story was. Sunday they have the Dragon Bowl parade, and the dragons are the college that's right across the river. And so they do the Dragon Bowl parade, then they have the Dragon Bowl football game, and then they have Christmas Eve. It's the final day of the market, the town center caroling, which was mentioned, I think, in the epilogue. And so I have these events that I can always come back to. And then I have this thing, because I have these events, I have lists that I can share. I can share with everybody, of
Oh
things that
my
they could look
gosh,
forward to.
why
And
do I love this?
at any point in time, I can just I can pick a little, let me, oh, maybe I've got a single dad and maybe a teacher, and maybe the teacher is helping to, oh, I did single dad with a teacher. Maybe I've got a single mom. I'm a single mom, and she's getting her kids ready for the gingerbread ball, because the gingerbread ball is the one for the children. So I've opened the
I
door where I
adore
can
this.
have stories in the future, that would work.
I love this. Can, okay, I see something at the bottom. Can you scroll down, or is that giving things away?
No, it's giving things away.
Dang it! Because I really wanted to know.
Like,
But as someone who also only shared one thing and not the other one, I get it.
Yeah.
I know, right? Nia's Canva is an author dream. You're so funny, Alicia. She's like, I need Tips Notion and Nia's Canva. It is true that that's beautiful. I have a it's a flyer for the Valentine's dance for Peach Rich that I had every intention of sharing, and then time got away from me, and the Valentine dance only really shows up in an extra that you get if you are subscribed to my newsletter. And so I didn't end up doing it because I wasn't necessarily advertising it so much like everywhere else. It was more just with my newsletter people. But yeah, those are great things to have and to share. And thank you, Eve or Nia. Also, I know Eva's not around, but shout out, happy birthday. So she popped in my head. In case she goes back and watches, like, the
She
rewatch.
better be relaxing today. She said
I
she wanted
really
to.
hope she is. By all means, like, no screens, no anything. Take your time and just enjoy your family, your day. You just gave me an idea for something, for what it
A
is
Town
that
Called
I'm
Christmas?
doing now.
Oh, let me stop. I love A Town Called Christmas.
You're so funny. I have a couple of different things. I also know, oh, you're doing my thing with the postcards, Alicia. I so want a postcard for my towns.
Yes.
Oh, you're doing a convention?
Yeah, we talked about that. Yes.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I love that. I love that.
Shh, JC. Shh. One of my you gave me an idea for something for this, because I had already thought, again, in the sense of I needed, like, I can even show you because I just finished writing it. Like, these were all of my note cards to remember all the different family people. And I think I have another one somewhere. Yeah, I'm missing one because there was one for the people that are on the ranch. And so I did think about doing kind of like a meet the family. So I'd have like one family and then like a slide with like the other family and then like a slide with the other family. Or meet the town type of folks. So other people don't get as confused as I did while I was writing. But now I'm like, oh, that could be another idea.
Oh, You just gave me a way, because you know how I have my family trees, and I'm always like, how I want to put everything in Notion. Like Tiffany's Notion is my dream. Like, so I'm just like, but I have all these family trees in Canva, but I want one place where I can organize. And I just thought of another way I could do it. And I'm just like, I can't wait to try.
We need
Because
another
Tiffany
Notion
had
class.
given us, because I also like click. I like everything to be clickable, 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 and so. Uh, now I want to play with Notion, but I don't have time today.
Who are you telling? I have so many different things I want to do. And I
But also,
set
I
like a.
couldn't have opened Canva because now I'm also like, ooh.
Oh no, I'm totally like when we get done, I'm totally about to do the graphic that you put in my head. Um,
I love this.
no, I need to finish the scene that I started this morning. I gotta finish that first.
But
I
I
set
was
myself
thinking
a
for
ridiculous
this, oh
writing
my gosh.
goal.
I was thinking for this, what if one of the markets is like someone who makes postcards? Because I have these, like the markets, they make home goods, and they build toys, and one of the like toy
Mm.
shops was in the Mistletoe Masquerade, but it's all artisan stuff. I'm like, what if there's an artisan who does handcrafted um postcards, and then I could actually do some handcrafted postcards. Now I want to write this story, and I don't know if I have time. Next year. Next year. If I write it now, because I like to write in the season,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I'm starting to get all the feels. I could write it in the season and then put it out for next year.
I did think about. I will be honest with you guys. I did. If I hadn't come up with a Thanksgiving story, I did have an idea that again I was not about to release a story right now, another elfing story right now, but I did have the thought that I could possibly work on elfing stories this year and then release them next year. So I did actually think of that. I don't know that that will happen because I have other things in my head now, and I've already, kind of started planning for 2026. Lord, guys. Uh, uh, as well as that's a good segue into what we're discussing next month, which is how to plan your series and your small town
Yes.
and everything for the year. Um,
Oh, and I think both of us can do the good, the bad, and the ugly. And when you have to say, okay, we gotta pull it, we gotta scrap it and regroup.
yeah. Um, I know it is totally crazy. Like it feels like we just were like, guys, it's 2025, which
I
still feels
know.
like a star date. Uh,
It really
so
does.
I just like y'all. It's so wild that this is where there are people in the InstaLove collaboration groups that are already like booking things for 2027 to be in collabs. And I'm like, I need y'all to take a beat.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Like,
Wow.
that's just, it's too much. It's wait, what is with my cousins? Now one of my other cousins is calling me. Is today like the day of cousins?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Like, good Lord. Um, so yeah, it is crazy. I don't even know why. I don't know why this like upcoming year and maybe this year, like 2025 was hard for collabs, or maybe they had a real resurgence or something. But I want to say that they started posting collab opportunities middle of September. And I mean not just like, oh, we have a collab in January, we have one coming in February or in August. I mean, or like April. I know it was A. Like also like next Christmas collabs and like next fall collabs and things like that. And then and filling up. Like it's just, first of all, mad props if you can pay for, like 5 collabs for a year in one go. Like, wow. Um, but yeah, like it's insane to me. And I actually didn't sign up for as many. I signed up for 2. I have 2 coming at the beginning of the year, or first half of the year, I guess you would say. But because again, I have a lot of different stuff going on, it just felt like I don't know where TL Russ will be to really sign up for Winter Collapse. Although there's a Christmas one run by a specific person that I'm enjoying working with, and they just opened up a new Christmas one that I'm kind of tempted. I might drop my name in there because I don't think that this person will like send out congratulations you're in or anything like that until later on in the year next year. So it's not something that I'd have to pay for right this moment. But I'm a little tempted. But I'd have to see how it would flow because I do tend to have a universal kind of go with a lot of my books. They all tend to connect. So
I love a good universe.
Connect.
I love a good universe. All my shorts are connect in my universe. Even if they're their own separate small town, like Raven's Cove is its own place, but it connects back to Ethereal Falls.
You know, that's something. I have an idea, guys. I'm not going to say it on here because I'd have to reach out to someone to see if they would be willing to do it. But I have an idea in the sense of universe.
Oh.
That's all I can say. I have an idea. But if it could work, it might be cool. So, yeah. All right, guys, we have been on for a while. We have chatted about everything under the sun. I have stepped away and come back and stepped away and come back. So much fun.
Yes.
About this. I think all of us got some ideas. Alicia's over here like, anybody else take notes during these?
Yep, I definitely did. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take notes on this story for next year.
I got some ideas for one of my things as well. Thank you for that, Nia. So yeah, I'm very excited. Alicia's like, I always do. So yes. We will be back. I think it's the first Saturday, I want to say, in December.
Possibly the first Saturday of December.
Because both of us are kind of trying to wrap up as much as we can before the holiday or before Christmas and the mad rush hits, because we both do a lot for the holiday.
Yeah.
A lot of family obligations, a lot of all kinds of different obligations. And so, yeah.
So if we do, that'll be the 6th of December, Saturday the 6th.
Yeah, and I think that is the Saturday that I have listed. So we're going to try to come with you guys. If you are going to take notes, Eva, we just
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And we said you were supposed to be away from screens and you were supposed to be relaxing and with your family and enjoying your day.
Yes.
And so no sorry about napping or missing anything. You were supposed to be off having fun. Go get a cupcake.
Yes, happy birthday. Go have fun, relax.
Yes. I am doing all those things except avoiding screens. Okay. So if you are going to bring a notebook, if you are going to need, like, if there's any one that we talk about that you guys are going to want to take notes or plan or bring your planners, bring your everything, this is the one. Please come with all of your different stuff because it's going to be a good one. I feel like we're gonna have some good stuff for you guys. So by all means, thank you so much for just making this a really great year. I know we've kind of been up and down a little bit. Yeah. This year. Or what's the thing that I keep watching folks talking about? We've been 6-7 this year.
Yeah.
We needed 2 numbers to say you just went up and down. Like generations of generations.
Yes, it's been one of those years.
It really has. But we're looking forward to the next year and getting some really good content out there for you guys. Also, because again, as we talk about planning for next year, we'll probably be planning what we're talking about for next year. So if there's topics you guys want us to cover or go more in depth into, or branch out a little bit from small town. I mean, we're not going to go too far because it's in the title.
Yeah.
But like if you want to talk about like what to do if your small town is a military branch or military base,
Yeah.
what to do if your small town has paranormal elements, how to bring those in, what to do.
That'll be fun.
Although I feel like we've covered that a little bit, but if you want to talk about how to set up rivalries in your small town, I don't know if we've covered that, but that might be
Yeah,
fun.
a lot of these things we didn't cover them specifically, but like some things we covered like underneath the families and things like that, and then we will. So if we can definitely hone in on some things.
Yay, Alicia, we love that for you.
Yay.
And I will take that. I will take that being my fault. I will easily take it. So yes. So if there are things that you must have gotten to one of the good parts of JC. So yeah, if there are things that you would like us to discuss, things that you would like us to hone in on, if you'd like to see more of Heart Haven, the small town that we are moderately creating for you guys, let us know. All types of different stuff. So by all means, you can always message out to us. You can leave the comments on this stream. I'd love to tell you that I'm going to put together like a Google form. I know, look, he's just like, I have not been here yet.
Hi.
And what? I have to make an appearance. I would love to tell you I'm going to put together a Google form for you guys by next month. I make no promises. If it happens, it happens. We shall see. I'd love to tell you I'm going to put together a Notion form for y'all to tell us what it is that you want by next month. Again, I make no promises. Although I might actually have a Notion. Maybe I have to go through for a Notion. I might have already made one. So, yes. Thanks for hanging out with us. Do you have anything else, Nia, that you want to tell people where you'll be or what's going on? I think I just found out I'm doing the writer's room.
You're doing the writer's room. I just found out.
I know, you do.
Pop up. So, yeah. We're talking about scripting the book. It's doing Frankenstein. I got the books. I got the Junji Ito hardcover. Oh, man, it's creepy looking. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read it. But I do have someone to give it to. But it looks good though. But ooh, creepy. So that's where I'll be. I'll be here on YouTube. You can follow me.
Awesome. I have not been streaming on YouTube, but I have been streaming on Twitch. I think I'm taking the weekend off. That being said, earlier today I was like, should I jump on and finish this thing? So
do it.
I like this. She's like, you should. So I might. We shall see. Follow me over there if you want. I definitely will not be on there tomorrow, though, for sure. And I don't know about Monday. Alicia's like, you should. All of y'all.
You should, yes.
They're so encouraging. So yes, if nothing else, I have to go get something to eat. And I don't know if you guys can tell, my throat is a little scratchy today. So I would definitely need more tea. But yeah.
Oh, I can tell you I'm back on Twitch now too, Mondays and Fridays. I think I have my schedule worked out where it's gonna work. So
see, that's why I'm not sure if I'm gonna be on a Mondays because Nia's so awesome and I like going to Nia's stream.
I need to learn how to do the.
She has stars, y'all. She has stars.
I need to learn how to do the dual thing. I forget. Words are escaping.
Oh, where it streams on both.
Yeah. or where you can stream with like a friend pops on and you can stream with them at the same time. Yeah, you
Oh
can do that now. But
yeah.
I've been gone for 6 months, so I don't know how to do it.
Oh, Alicia's coming back to Twitch this month too?
Yes. Yes, Alicia's coming back.
Guys, it's
The
popping.
gang's getting back
Popping,
together
popping.
over on Twitch.
So yes, so follow all of us over. I believe Alicia is author Alicia Justice over there as well. I'm TL Russ Lifestyle over there, and Nia is Nia the Vixen of Fiction. So we are basically where you see us. All the names you know us. Oh, are we, Alicia? We're back. She's back to full-time authoring. Oh.
Like it.
So yes, guys, we have so much going on to end out the year. So come hang out with us. Come have fun. We're a good time. And you will, Alicia, I saw your comment earlier a minute ago where you were like, I need to know more about Mama D and Nanny and Nana. Mama D and Nana are great. What is one of my other favorite lines that Mama D tells someone where she's like, good night, ladies. I think it's past your bedtime. So yes, one of my favorite characters. We're gonna take off. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go get some tea.
I'm going to get some food. I'm hungry.
And yeah. So guys, have a good rest of your day. If I stream, it probably will be later in the afternoon-ish, early evening. So it's not gonna be like in the next, say, hour or two. So yeah, also because Nia gave me an idea, and that means that I need to go into my graphics. And I don't think OBS and Photoshop play well together on my computer.
Oh, probably not.
So yeah. So guys, we will see you next month, and have a good, wonderful, and safe Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye.